there, clodhoppers. This morning I had an unexpected project to take care of. Justin went to church early this morning to help assist with some of the sound system stuff. At the church there were some new things that they've gotten and they need to install those. And so it left the job to me. But before I get to that, to show you what I did, I want to show you something kind of cute that I saw as I walked out the back door this morning. Little kitten prints on the ice in the bucket. And I think those are the smallest kitten. Super teeny tiny. This project that I speak of was instigated because Astro decided to get out of the fence. So instead of trying to drop a T-post, which I didn't know if I'd be able to do because I haven't been feeling the greatest this weekend, I decided to put some branches. Now, this may be a temporary solution, and it may not even be a solution because Chief and Astro may decide to use their horns and just move it all out of the way. But I piled up branches that were in their pen and put it along the fence line, hoping that Astro won't be able to pull up the fence and get out as easily. Now, it was no problem getting him back in, thankfully. I just had to put some feet on the ground and he came right back in. But it's not like we worry about Astro going far away. It's more if we know there are coyotes out here and we really don't want him to wander far. And Justin has put T-posts up. As you can see, the white tipped green T-posts are new, but the fence at the bottom keeps curling up and Astro gets a hold of them with his horns and just slides right out because his horns are rounded, so his horns don't catch in the fence. It actually helps him escape. But this solution, like I said, was something that I felt that I could do at my own pace, didn't require heavy lifting, and it had also been bothering me that there were so many branches in their pen lately. We hadn't cleaned that up in a long time because, you know, we just cut branches and throw them in for leaves. Usually we pull them out and pile them up outside their pen, and then when we do some wood burning, we'll, you know, kind of do like a mini bonfire type thing. Not right here, obviously, farther away so it doesn't burn their fence. But we hadn't had a chance to do that in a while, and so it had just accumulated to the point that I felt like the boys had more like paths in their pen instead of having this open space to romp around and enjoy. So it's kind of a blessing that Astro decided to get out, because at least now the branches have been, for the most part, cleared out of the way. I mean, there are still some, but that's not a bad thing either, because they like to use their horns to lift things and throw things and scratch. So that gives them stuff to play with still. But it clears enough of the space and puts the branches along the edge that it kind of serves two purposes. It gives them more room in their pen and hopefully will deter, not prevent, but deter them, well, Astro, from getting out as much. But we shall see. Fun times. By the way, neither Justin nor I knew that Astro had gotten out this morning. Justin had just asked that I would check the goat's water before Alexa and Malachi and I came to church. Alexa's our friend staying over for the weekend. And so when I went out there to check their water, that's when I found Astro out. So, yeah. Animals are fun, especially goats when they escape. But that's okay. That's part of homesteading life, and the benefits of having those two boys out here far outweigh any day intention realignment that occurs, change in plans that occurs during the day because of whatever they decide to do. I was working on editing that video that I shot yesterday morning, and this morning I watched one of Off Grid with Doug and Stacy's video, and Doug was showing the animals, and he was out there in the pen with the sheep and a ram, and the ram kind of tumbled him over, and that made me think of a good point that I forgot to mention yesterday. With our goats, I don't have to really worry, at least not right now, about my safety being in the pen alone with them. Now, I always keep an eye out, because with any animal, you just want to be cautious, because you never know. Things can happen, something can startle the animal, or they just may all of a sudden, on a whim, decide to do something that might be kind of dangerous to you. But the reason I don't worry too much about our two boys is that we don't have any female goats or babies around here. So their competition is with each other, and they're not worrying about protecting a herd. Now, the reason I mention that is years ago, before Justin and I got married, we were at my parents' place at the pen where their goats were. And they had recently had some little baby goats and some kids. And I picked one up, and the little goat fussed because it didn't like being picked up. And I kept their billy goat, out of the corner of my eye in my sights. But suddenly that billy goat charged, and I didn't really have enough time to react other than to set the goat down. And the billy goat rammed into me, knocked me on my hind haunches, and I slid across the ground on my behind. And I had to rush to, scramble to get back up. And I had to hurry to get to the fence where we climbed over, so that I wouldn't get pinned between that billy goat and the pen, because the billy goat just kept coming. So thankfully I wasn't hurt big time or anything. I wasn't injured extensively or anything. It, bruised my pride and tore a hole in my shorts and made my gluteus maximus a little bit sore. But all in all, it could have been a whole lot worse. And then I grabbed a stick and went back into the pen, much to Justin's frustration. But I did that because I wanted to show the goat that he was not top dog and that I could defend myself. Because my concern was, if I went back in the future and got in the pen again, that he would automatically think that he could just knock me around however he wanted. Now, he and I still aren't on good terms. That billy goat still will come after me. And so I don't get in the pen as often with him because I don't want to cause or create a situation if it's really not needed. And I think the difference between our two goats and that one billy goat is that our goats here don't have the females around, whereas that billy goat had tons of females and little kids around. So he was very protective. His instincts were on high alert. So I just would caution you, if you are in a situation where you're around especially male animals, and it's in a setting where there are females and young ones around, just be more wary and cautious, because they can basically attack. Not that they're trying to inflict a lot of harm. It could just be them trying to be protective, but it's still something that we need to be careful of. I just wanted to give a little cautionary note and share from experience, and also let you know why I feel comfortable in the pen with our boys. But having said that, I still keep an eye out because it's better to be safe than sorry. All right, now I'm going to let you see a couple of selfies that Malachi took on his own to have an exit that's a little bit cuter and on a lighter note. Y'all have a blessed day.
Clodhoppers, thanks for watching the video. Push the thumbs up to like the video. Also hit that subscribe button, also the bell, so that you can get notifications when our videos come out.
Check us out on our social media pages too. We have Facebook and Pinterest, and soon we'll have Instagram. The links are below. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Good job.